The human warship enters the battlefield. Aliens are left in shock. The stars stretched endlessly in the cold, black sky. Tiny points of light moved slowly, some fast, some slower, but all were ships of alien design. The aliens had been fighting for days, their fleets weaving in and out of asteroid fields, exchanging fire and retreating when they were hit. Explosions colored the dark space with brief flashes of green and purple. In the middle of it all, the aliens believed that humans were far away, weak, and not worth noticing. But they were wrong. Without any warning, a bright light appeared far beyond the battlefield. At first, the aliens thought it was another star, or maybe a strange nebula reflecting light. The light grew quickly, moving with speed and purpose. Their sensors tried to analyze it, but nothing in their records matched the readings. The light became a massive shape, a huge ship that seemed to fill the space around it. The humans had arrived. The ship was enormous, long and strong, with smooth surfaces that reflected the distant stars. The aliens whispered among themselves, some trembling, some unsure if their eyes could be trusted. The ship moved slowly into the battlefield, not hiding, not attacking. It was as if it was testing the aliens, studying them before doing anything. On the bridge of the human warship, Captain Alex Carter stood silently, watching the alien formations through the wide viewport. He was tall, with short brown hair, calm blue eyes, and a face that rarely showed emotion. Around him, the crew worked quickly and efficiently, moving from console to console. Ben Cole, a young man with dark hair and sharp focus, monitored alien weapons. Lily Morgan, steady and careful, adjusted the ship's shields to full strength. The human warship was ready for anything, but no one showed fear. Fear was useless. "They are confused," Alex said quietly, his voice calm but firm. "They do not expect us." Their commanders shouted orders through their alien language, voices sharp and harsh, but the words were meaningless to human ears. Their ships turned, trying to focus all fire on the new human warship. At first, the attacks were scattered, slow, as if their sensors could not keep up with the size and speed of the ship. The aliens tried to concentrate fire, sending entire squadrons at one point of the human vessel. Missiles, beams of energy, and strange plasma waves struck the human shields, but the ship barely shook. The shields absorbed or deflected everything, leaving the hull untouched. The alien commanders could not understand. No ship had survived their attacks like this. Their strongest weapons had no effect. Panic began to spread through their ranks. Some fleets slowed, others hesitated completely. The human warship continued its slow, steady path, moving among them like a shadow in the night. "Their weapons are useless," Lily said, voice calm but filled with amazement. "Even their largest beams are bouncing off the shields." The alien commander had fought many enemies before, but nothing like this. He had always believed humans were weak, slow, untrained, easy to destroy. Now he realized he had been wrong. The humans were a force unlike any other. Back on the human warship, the crew moved efficiently. No panic, no shouting, just quiet preparation. Alex walked along the bridge, checking each station. He nodded at each crew member, giving silent confidence. "Their formations are breaking apart," said Mia Collins, the tactical officer. She was focused on the screens, tracking alien movement. "They are confused, some are retreating already. We will act only when we are ready." "Captain," Ben said, pointing at the screen, "their commanders are arguing. They do not know what to do. Some ships are trying to retreat, but their path is blocked by their own fleets. We control the battle with patience." As the sun rose on a distant planet, the humans continued their steady movement. The aliens were left in shock, whispering among themselves, their confidence shattered. Some tried to organize attacks, but no pattern worked. Every strategy failed before it could succeed. The human warship was too powerful, too well-prepared, and most of all, too intelligent. "They think we will attack," Alex said quietly. "But patience is stronger than aggression. Let them fear us. That fear is more dangerous than any weapon." The aliens had no idea that humans valued teamwork above everything else. They relied on chaos and brute force, but the humans relied on planning, patience, and courage. Hours passed, and the aliens began to withdraw slightly, unsure what to do. The human warship did not chase them, did not attack. Its presence alone caused fear. This was a different kind of war, one that the aliens had never faced. The humans did not need to destroy everything to win. They only needed to show that they could. In the quiet moments, Alex walked to the viewport and looked at the stars. He thought about humanity, about the lives of everyone aboard the ship, and about the battles they had fought before reaching this point. He understood the responsibility of power. Humans could destroy, but they chose restraint. That was why they were different. That was why they could survive. That was why the aliens were now terrified. As the human warship moved steadily through the battlefield, the aliens began to whisper a new word among themselves. It was not a word of anger, but of fear. It was the word that would echo in their fleets for days, weeks, and years. The word was humanity. The stars continued to shine, silent witnesses to the quiet power of the humans. The warship moved through them like a shadow, unstoppable, unafraid, and controlled. The aliens were left in shock, and the humans remained calm, ready for whatever would come next. The first part of the battle had ended without a single human casualty. The humans had shown their presence, tested the enemy, and left a mark on the galaxy that no one would forget. The war had begun, but it had begun on human terms, and the aliens now knew that humans were not to be underestimated. And far beyond the battlefield, other alien fleets watched. Reports came in all saying the same thing. Humans had arrived, and they were nothing like anything the galaxy had seen before. Alex Carter turned to his crew, calm and steady. "We will continue," he said, "but always with control. Fear is our ally, but discipline is our strength. Remember that." The arrival of the human warship had broken their confidence. No alien had ever seen anything like it. Every sensor on every ship was reading impossible power levels, shields that could not be pierced, and weapons that seemed to move faster than thought. On the bridge of the Resolute, Captain Alex Carter watched carefully. The humans did not rush into battle. They did not fire without purpose. They waited. The alien commanders thought this hesitation was weakness, but it was far from it. Patience was the human way of war. "Their formations are trying to regroup," said Mia Collins, the tactical officer, her fingers moving over the holographic screens. "They are scared, but they are also trying to plan. Some of their ships are following orders, others are breaking away. They must think numbers will help." The aliens watched, unsure how to react. Some fired weapons, hoping to test the shields, but their attacks bounced harmlessly off. Others tried to flank, but every move was anticipated and avoided. "Their attacks are failing," Lily Morgan said quietly, adjusting the shields to respond to new angles of fire. "Even when they concentrate, we are fine. We control this battle. Remember, humans fight smart, not reckless. Our strength is strategy." On one alien ship, a young pilot whispered to his commander, "We cannot destroy them. Our weapons do nothing." It was not anger, not hatred. It was fear of something they did not understand. Humans had arrived, and the aliens felt powerless against a species that fought with intelligence, planning, and patience. "Sir," Ben said, pointing to the screens, "their central fleet is trying to flee. They are leaving others behind. Control is stronger than attack." Humans were disciplined, careful, and united. A small alien ship tried to break away from the chaos, moving quickly through a field of asteroids. Its commander hoped to escape the human presence. But the humans had already predicted the move. A beam of energy caught the ship, not to destroy it, but to disable its engines. The alien ship floated helplessly, forced to surrender. "They will learn quickly," Mia said. "We can disable ships without destroying lives. Humans value control over chaos." They sent signals, but the humans intercepted them easily. Every message, every plan, every movement was predicted. The aliens grew frustrated. Some turned back, others hid behind asteroids, hoping to regroup. The battlefield was full of ships, but most were paralyzed by fear and confusion. "Sir, they are trying to communicate with us," Ben said. "They are sending a message of surrender or negotiation." It was the first time in history that an alien fleet had begged for peace. "They are learning," Lily said quietly. "Humans are not just fighters, they are leaders." The humans did not push them, but their presence alone forced decisions. The battlefield changed without a single human ship being damaged. The aliens had learned that humans were different, and different meant dangerous. As the hours passed, the human warship moved slowly through the battlefield, monitoring every fleet, every ship, every signal. The aliens were in shock. Some were still hiding, some trying to regroup, but none dared to challenge the humans openly. Even their bravest commanders were afraid. "Sir," Mia said, "they are beginning to retreat in larger numbers. The battlefield is clearing. Humanity has arrived, and we will be remembered." Small alien scouts tried to sneak past, hoping to report back. Each was intercepted by human sensors and gently disabled, not destroyed. The humans showed power, but not recklessness. This only increased alien fear. They did not know if humans were merciful or if the next strike would destroy everything. The uncertainty terrified them. "Sir, communications indicate that their fleets are requesting terms of surrender," Ben said, disbelief in his voice. "They actually want peace." Aliens hid or retreated, watching humans with fear and awe. Even the strongest fleets understood they could not face humans openly. The humans were too precise, too intelligent, and too calm under pressure. "This is the human way," Alex said softly. "We fight with brains and courage, not anger and chaos. That is why we survive. That is why we lead." The humans had arrived, and the aliens had no idea how to respond. The war had begun, but the first victory was already clear. Humans had shown their power without firing a full shot. The galaxy had learned a new word, a new presence, and a new fear. "Humans," whispered one alien commander to another. "They are unstoppable." The arrival of the human warship had changed everything. They had seen power unlike anything before. They had felt fear, confusion, and now hesitation. Humans had shown restraint, patience, and intelligence, and that was more frightening than any weapon. On the bridge of the US Resolute, Captain Alex Carter studied the alien movements. The humans had waited long enough. It was time to act, but not recklessly. Their first strike would be precise, controlled, and devastating enough to show strength without causing unnecessary destruction. "Prepare weapons for controlled strike," Alex ordered calmly. "Target the ships that are still organized. Do not destroy everything. We show them what humans can do, not just kill them." "Sir, energy beams and missiles are ready. Targeting arrays are locked." Even their defensive maneuvers were carefully calculated to confuse the aliens. Some smaller alien ships attempted to fire, but their weapons failed to hit. The humans had learned the alien patterns and predicted every move. "Sir," Mia said, "their central fleet is trying to regroup near the asteroid belt. They think they can organize a counterattack, but they are too scattered." The aliens panicked. Their formations collapsed entirely. The humans moved like shadows through the battlefield, striking where necessary but never wasting power or lives. "They cannot understand us," Lily said. "Even their strongest ships are being disabled without full destruction. They do not know what to do." "We do not need to destroy everything to win. Humans lead with brains and discipline." Others tried to attack in groups, but each group was neutralized carefully without unnecessary bloodshed. The humans did not kill indiscriminately. They demonstrated power and control. "Sir," Ben said, "their flagship is trying to flee. It is directing others to follow. We show strength, but we do not panic or rush." Every move the humans made was calculated, every strike precise. Chaos ruled the aliens while humans controlled every aspect. "Their morale is breaking," Mia said. "Some fleets are refusing orders, some are fleeing entirely. They cannot fight us openly. Intelligence and strategy are stronger than raw firepower." Humans were patient, precise, and united. Humans fought together as one, and that unity made them unstoppable. Even the alien commanders, the most experienced and feared, began to panic. They tried desperate attacks, but every plan failed. Their strongest fleets were immobilized without being destroyed. Their attacks were anticipated, countered, and neutralized. Fear spread across the alien ranks. They could not understand humans, and that confusion became their greatest weakness. "Sir, communication signals indicate that more fleets are surrendering," Ben said. "They are requesting terms before we even attack fully. We show them strength, intelligence, and restraint. That is the human way." Each move by the humans was a lesson in discipline, strategy, and precision. The humans were not reckless warriors. They were masters of the battlefield. "Sir, their remaining organized fleet is trapped near the asteroid belt," Mia reported. "They have no options. They cannot flee or fight effectively. Leave the ships intact, but ensure they cannot pose a threat. Humans fight for victory, but we do not destroy unnecessarily." "Look at them," Lily said quietly. "They do not know what to do. Some are surrendering without orders. Some are frozen in fear." They hoped humans would accept because they knew full well that if humans attacked recklessly, they could be destroyed. But humans did not attack recklessly. They showed strength, power, and intelligence. They did not need to kill to prove their superiority. "Sir, all major alien fleets are either surrendering or disabled," Ben said. "The battlefield is under control. Maintain position. Monitor the survivors. Let them know humanity is not just power but discipline. We fight with brains, with courage, with unity. Humans do not panic, humans do not rush, and humans do not underestimate their enemies. That is why we survive. That is why we lead." Ben adjusted weapons, Lily maintained shields, Mia coordinated tactics, and others monitored communications. The aliens watched in fear and awe. Humans had arrived, and they had shown the galaxy what it meant to fight with intelligence and control. "Sir, their remaining commanders are requesting a face-to-face communication," Mia said. "They want to negotiate surrender terms directly." Humans were strategic, patient, disciplined, and united. The aliens had never faced such a force, and they knew they were powerless against it. "Prepare communication array," Alex said. "We will speak with them, show them the human way. They will surrender, and they will remember who we are." Alien ships floated disabled, engines offline, weapons dead. The humans had proven their strength, but more importantly, they had proven their intelligence. They had won the first full engagement without reckless destruction. "Humans," one alien commander whispered to another. "They are unstoppable." The galaxy would never forget the day the humans entered the battlefield and left the aliens in shock. The battlefield was quiet now. The alien fleets that had once moved with confidence were now scattered, some disabled, some surrendering, and others retreating far into the darkness of space. The human warship moved calmly among them, surveying the scene. Captain Alex Carter stood on the bridge, eyes on the stars, his expression steady. Humanity had made its presence known, and the aliens had learned a lesson they would not forget. "Sir," Mia Collins said quietly, "all major fleets have surrendered or are disabled. Only small groups remain, hiding or trying to escape. The battlefield is under our control. We do not need to destroy further. Humans fight with strength, yes, but also with intelligence and honor. Control is more powerful than destruction. Some want to communicate personally, to make sure we will not attack them again." The aliens had learned quickly that humans were not only strong but also disciplined. Reckless attacks would fail. Intelligent strategy would dominate. The humans had proven this without unnecessary loss of life. "Prepare communication array," Mia said. "They want to speak with us directly. Calm, controlled, and strong. We seek terms and safety for our people." Humans had disabled fleets without destroying them. They had shown fearsome strength and yet offered mercy. It was a lesson no alien would forget. "Prepare ships for transport," Alex said. "We will take those who cannot flee and ensure they survive. Humans value life even of those who opposed us. We can repair and return them to their fleets. They will remember humans as both strong and honorable." Their ships were repaired where possible, engines reactivated, and weapons secured. The surrender process was careful and precise. Humans controlled the battlefield completely, but they did not rush or destroy unnecessarily. Every move taught the aliens about the humans' discipline and intelligence. "Sir," Ben said, pointing to the communications screen, "their fleets are beginning to report back to distant worlds. News of humans has spread. They are talking about us already, saying humans are unstoppable. That is why we lead." "Sir, all major fleets are under control or surrendering," Mia reported. "The battlefield is clear. Humans are the dominant force here now." The news spread quickly. Humans had arrived, one massive warship had faced dozens of fleets, and yet humans had won without chaos, without unnecessary death. The galaxy began to whisper a new name with fear and respect: humanity. The us resolute prepared to leave the battlefield. The humans did not chase retreating fleets. They moved calmly, leaving the aliens to understand what had happened. The aliens were scared, humbled, and impressed. The humans had fought and won not through reckless power, but through discipline, intelligence, and unity. "Sir," Mia said, "this will change the galaxy forever. Humans are now known as a species not to be underestimated. We will be remembered, and that memory will protect future generations. Humans have arrived, and they are unstoppable but not reckless. They are intelligent, patient, and honorable. That is our legacy." Humanity had entered the galaxy fully, showing power, strategy, and honor. The legend of the human warship would travel far beyond this battlefield. As the us resolute moved into deep space, the stars stretched endlessly around it. Captain Alex Carter stood on the bridge, looking at the void. He thought about humanity, about the strength of humans, and about the responsibility of power. Humans could destroy, but they chose restraint. Humans could lead, and they had done so with intelligence and honor. The galaxy would never forget this day. "Prepare course for home," Alex said. "We have done our duty here. Humanity has proven itself. Let the galaxy remember us, but also respect us." The humans had fought one and shown the galaxy what it meant to be intelligent, disciplined, and united. Aliens would speak of this day for generations. Some would fear humans, others would respect them, but all would know humanity was different. Humanity was strong. Humanity was in control. As distant stars passed by, the us resolute became a symbol. A symbol of human intelligence, courage, and discipline. The aliens had learned a new truth. Humans fight with brains and courage, not recklessness. Humans survive because they are patient, strategic, and united, and humans lead because they respect life and control power. Humans, one alien commander whispered to another, they are not just fighters, they are leaders. Unstoppable and honorable, we cannot forget them. We fight for humanity, not for ourselves. We lead with intelligence, courage, and honor. Remember this day. The galaxy now knows us. We do not underestimate, we do not panic, and we do not destroy recklessly. Humans survive. Humans lead, and humans are unstoppable. The humans had arrived, the aliens were in shock, and the legend of humanity had begun. The stars stretched endlessly, but now the galaxy had a new name to fear, respect, and remember: humanity. The us resolute continued its journey through the cosmos, calm, controlled, and ready. The battle was over, but the story of humans had just begun. The galaxy would never forget the day the human warship entered the battlefield and left aliens in awe, fear, and respect. Humanity had won, not through reckless destruction, but through intelligence, patience, and honor. And that was a victory no enemy could ever erase.